Are you ready to land your first 360? Let's get right into it. First things first, where do you want to do it in the wave? Well, here's where you want to start your momentum for the 360. Here's where you want to actually do the 360, and here's where you never want to do a trick ever. A lot of people think that if you go really close to the platform, you're going to have lots of space to stay in the wave after you do the 360, but this actually makes it way harder to land the 360 because that area of the wave has no push. So then you just lose the wave in general. Now, how do you do the actual 360? Well, first you're going to start in the back of the wave where I said before, and you're just going to get a little bit of forward momentum, just like 1 or 2 seconds. Stay tight to the wave and don't bottom turn. Bottom turning is where you carve out before you do your 360. So that makes it so you have to put a lot of weight on your toes to get closer to the wave. If you do bottom turn, your 360 is going to look like this. See how I ended up over the top of the wave? That's because I bottom turned and had to put a bunch of weight on my toes to get to the wave. Now the next thing that we're going to do is complete the spin at the top of the wave. It's a lot easier to come down riding regular than it is to come down riding switch. If you come down riding switch, it's gonna look something like this. So do the whole spin before coming down the wave. Now to stop the 360s, you have 2 options. The first option is putting your backhand back into the wave. I know that sounds confusing because you're starting the rotation with putting your backhand in the wave and then ending the rotation with putting your backhand in the wave, but think of it like pushing off of a wall. If this is my wall and I'm pushing off of it to spin, I'm gonna spin. If I'm using it to stabilize, I can stabilize. So to do that, use your backhand and put it right by your back foot to stop your rotation. Now your second option is to look for the platform and then start pumping towards it as soon as you see it. That will allow the edge of your board to catch so that your rotation stops. Now for some extra tips. The first tip is to keep your chest up with good posture, like a ballerina. This will make it so you're not going too far on your toe side edge and go over the wave like we talked about before at the bottom turn, but it'll also keep your center of gravity while you're doing the spin. The last tip goes off of what we said before about putting your backhand in the wave to start the rotation. But the tip is, when you're putting your backhand in the wave, don't reach back. If you reach back, you're gonna go backwards. That's because if you put your backhand here, it shifts your weight onto your back foot and makes you travel backwards as you're doing the 360. So when you put your back hand in the wave, put it right by your back knee. I hope these tips help you nail your 360, and if you need any more help, DM me on Instagram a video of you doing it and I can help you more. Or you can just come to Orlando and I can give you a lesson. Whatever works. Bye!